In this video, I'm going to face a series of absurd, and sometimes really uncomfortable, trolley problems. I'll be making each choice based on what I believe is right, and I'll explain my reasoning as I go. These aren't just random decisions, they're moral questions that challenge how we think. As you watch, think about what you would do. Let me know in the comments whether you agree or disagree with my decisions, and why. I want to hear your perspective. Let's get into it. Here's the first dilemma. Two people are tied to the tracks, a regular guy, and a rich man who offers me $500,000 if I save him. I'm pulling the lever to save the rich man. Why? Because in this situation, someone has to die either way. And if I have the power to gain something meaningful, in this case, life-changing money, from a choice that's already tragic, I'll take it. Some will say that's the same as putting a price on someone's life. But let's be real. This entire dilemma is about choosing who dies. So ask yourself, if you're going to lose one person no matter what, wouldn't you try to gain something from it? Let me know in the comments. Would you save the rich man or the regular guy? And why? Let's move to the next one. And trust me, it gets even tougher. Here's the next dilemma. If I pull the lever, 5 random people die, but my best friend lives. If I do nothing, the 5 survive, and my best friend dies. I'm pulling the lever. To some people, this is simple math. 5 lives over 1. But for me, it's about meaning. My best friend isn't just anyone. They've had a real impact on my life. The 5 others? I don't know them. They're strangers. So yeah, I'd rather live with the pain of choosing 5 strangers over the grief of losing someone who actually mattered to me. Call it selfish, call it emotional, but that's the truth. What about you? Would you save the 5 or save your best friend? Tell me why in the comments. Now let's see what the next dilemma throws at us. This one hits different. I'm on the track. If I pull the lever, I die, but 5 other people live. If I do nothing, I survive, and they don't. I'm choosing to save myself. A lot of people will call this selfish, but let's be honest. It's your life on the line. And while it might feel noble to sacrifice yourself, ask yourself this. Will those 5 strangers truly carry your legacy? Will they remember you in 10 years? Probably not. You'll get a thank you, maybe a headline, and that's it. So I choose life, my life, just like I think most people would if they really told the truth. Up next, the dilemmas only get more complicated. All right, here's the situation. A trolley is about to hit a good citizen. But if I pull the lever, it'll switch tracks and hit someone who litters instead. I'm pulling the lever, not because I think littering makes you a terrible human, but let's be real. Someone who makes the effort to do good deserves a little luck. So in this scenario, it's the good citizen's lucky day. His good choices saved him, not because the litterer is evil, but because doing good matters. What would you do? Do small actions define who should live or die? Let me know in the comments. Now let's keep going. Here's a twisted one. A trolley is heading toward 5 people who tied themselves to the track. You can pull the lever and switch it to another track, but that'll kill one person who just accidentally tripped onto the track. I'm letting the lever go. Why? Because those 5 people made a choice. Whether it was a protest, a dare, or just recklessness, they chose to put themselves there. That one person, they didn't sign up for this. So I'm not going to sacrifice someone who didn't choose to be in danger just to save the people who did. What would you do in this case? Pull the lever and punish an accident, or let the ones who chose this path face the consequence? Let's move on to the next one. This one's personal. A trolley is heading straight for your worst enemy. You have the power to pull the lever and save them, or you can do nothing and no one will ever know. I'm letting it go. Not out of hate, not out of revenge, but because honestly, what do I owe them? Sometimes doing the right thing is hard, but in this case, no one will know, and that enemy, they've earned the title for a reason. Call it cold, call it selfish, but that's the truth. Would you be able to save someone who did you wrong? Let's talk in the comments. I'm curious who would pull that lever. On to the next one. Here's the situation. A trolley is speeding toward 5 people who are sleeping. They won't feel a thing. You could pull the lever to save them. But doing that would kill one person who's wide awake, fully aware of what's coming. I'm doing nothing. Why? Because the 5 won't feel pain. The awake person, they'd suffer every second of it. Morally, this is a slippery slope. But if we're measuring suffering, 1 conscious death versus 5 painless ones, the choice is clear to me. Does that make it right or just less cruel? Next dilemma. Let's keep going. Here's the dilemma. A trolley is rushing toward 5 people. You can pull the lever and save them, but doing so will destroy your entire life savings. I'm letting it go. Why? Because it's my entire future, my hard work, my stability, my life. It might sound selfish, but here's the reality. Every choice in this game means someone or something has to be sacrificed. In this case, I'm not giving up the security I built for strangers I'll never know. Do you agree with that, or would you pull the lever and lose it all to save 5 lives? Here's the situation. A trolley is speeding toward five elderly people. You can pull the lever to divert it, but then it will run over a baby instead. In this case, I let the elderly go. Why? Because they've lived long lives. They've experienced love, joy, pain, everything that comes with growing older. The baby hasn't had that chance yet. It's not an easy decision, but I'm thinking long term about potential. Here's a twist. A trolley problem is unfolding in front of me. But let's go deeper. Do I really have a choice? Or was everything that led to this moment predetermined from the very start of the universe? Personally, I believe in free will, but I also think there's a bit of predetermination in the mix. Maybe some things are laid out, like the hand we're dealt, but how we choose to play those cards, that's all us. So yes, I believe I do have a choice here, and you do too. But what do you think? Is it all fate? Or do we really choose? Let me know in the comments. And that wraps up today's journey through some of the most absurd and thought-provoking trolley problems out there. Remember, there's rarely a perfect answer. Every choice says something about what we value, who we are, and how we see the world. So now it's your turn. Which choices did you agree with? Which ones made you think twice? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your reasoning. Let's talk about it. And if you enjoy diving into these kinds of moral dilemmas and perspective-shifting questions, make sure to follow for more videos like this. There's a lot more coming. See you in the next one.